Alright, what's up, y'all? As of recording this video, it's been about a few weeks since Gen 4 has been released, um, or Operation Phoenix, and I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with what the devs have done, but there are obviously still problems and still issues throughout the game that could definitely be fixed within the near future. So in this video, I want to go over what I like, what I disliked, and some things I could change, and what I see as BRM5 in the future, and if this type of update will succeed or not. So let's get into it. So one thing to point out immediately as you join the game, and there's actually a private server, but as you can see the map, there's actually a very big difference. You can see we can no longer spawn in Sakurina, and we can only spawn a fob. Now, I actually like this a lot better because Sakurina, it just felt like there was just quests there, but now that it's actually an actual place you could raid, it feels like it's a completely different experience almost. I feel like before Gen 4, I feel like Sakurina was just such like a missed opportunity essentially. But now we're actually able to do like much more heavier urban combat, which was only really viable in places like Ronagad City. Now, but this was more of like an abandoned city, and the buildings were a little bit more space. This is more of like Soviet era, like buildings. This is now feel a little bit more like Western almost. Uh, And also another thing is when you're enjoying like a public server, if they take areas like Sakurina and Ronograd, you're actually able to spawn there now. Gen 3, they removed the spawning at Ronograd City to replace it with what's the current Ronograd City now. And you could also spawn here as well, or somewhere down in here depot, uh, or something like that. I don't really know, but it's a very nice touch to see all these changes as well. Alright, so there's obviously some UI changes and quality of life changes as well. Obviously the scroll wheel has changed, although this is pretty finicky to use. Once you know how to like actually navigate them, it's pretty easy. It's actually not that hard. The obviously numerical, and then obviously the new UI for the menu is also this inventory is also pretty nice. Reminds you of a lot of like those like extraction games like Tarkov and stuff like that, but it's pretty nice. And also the bag actually does something now because it actually gives you extra space, which I find that is really nice, and you actually finally giving purpose to what usually would be cosmetics and giving actual utilities. Now, obviously, the new map system is also pretty nice, and they actually have gotten animations for them as well. I wish I could show you guys this, but I obviously don't have friends on right now. But as you can see, my player is actually putting something away. That's actually a tablet. Is this time accurate? Probably not. But do I care? No, not at all. And this also shows exactly where and what objectives needs to be completed for each section. Like for example here, query, plant 4 explosives here, closest whatever the hell this is, plant explosives here. This one's just clearing out the area. Again, plant explosives. Alright, no, it's getting this explosive. The only thing that's not shown here is kill the VIP, or yeah, kill the high profile target. That's the only thing not available. In the map, yeah, it's not available. However, you're actually still able to see progress here and see what has been cleared and what has not been. And another thing about the map is that once an area has been cleared fully and secured, no more reinforcements will come. So they changed the bunker now, so instead of needing intel, you just secure an area, and once all these areas have been secured, the bunker like somewhere over here opens up and you get to clear it. And obviously there's obviously been changes to the objectives and the the quests now. The quests no longer exist here. So what about the items there? I actually don't know. There's probably a really no chance of them getting returned. I don't really know because again, it's only been out for about a few weeks and things are still getting updated, and we still haven't figured out much yet. So yeah. So I definitely do love the new weapons here. This is, I believe, the AK-105, fully kitted out. This looks amazing. It's really nice, and it's a really good carbine especially, and also takes your standard 5.45. And also, and in this new update, by the way, this ammunition also matters. So you're able to actually switch ammo, exchanging with each other and stuff. That's something I forgot to bring up last section, but bring up now. But ammunition is now important, which is actually pretty interesting, actually pretty cool. But this is a very beautiful AK-105. We got the new AK-101, which actually takes 5.556, which again, very nice. AK-103, a good alternative. Yeah, well, actually, no, this was in the game actually. Now that I think about it, but whatever. AK-74M. Let's see. There isn't too much new weapons right now. Only real new weapons are, again, the new AKs. The C7A2 was now available to all players. It was only available to people who've completed raid mode, but now they switched that out for the M16A3. And then they recently added a new rifle called the G22A2. Pretty nice sniper rifle. It's just lacking a little bit of modularity, I guess. However,
hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Hold up, wait. What is this? Iron sight rear. Hold up, wait. Iron sight rear. Okay, no, I'm tweaking. I swear, I am tweaking. What is this? Why is it okay? Okay. Alright. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So the G22A2, I do love the new rifle, and it's pretty strong, pretty good. It's just lacking a lot of modularity, and I actually like to bring up one more thing. They also brought an M-lock into the game as well, which I highly appreciate, because I do definitely love this type of handguards. It's just that I want to be a little bit more modular, but now with M-lock, I'm able to do that and still look incredibly nice. And honestly, these new weapons sound and feel amazing. Like I'll take this very basic, let's say this very basic here. Where was that? Where did it go? Rifles. The M16A4 or something like that. I'll put like a rear sight on the end. Nope. Come on. Give me a second. Okay, so my dumb couldn't figure out how to get iron sights to work, but this will do. Why is it offset? Oh, whatever. This will do. But the sound on this rifle is so beefy, and I love it. It is amazing. And the gun models too are incredible, and the new position stand is also pretty nice. I really like that. This is definitely good for like CQB and stuff. It's this update, especially for its weapons, is actually really nice. We have, again, I believe completely new weapon models for majority of these weapons. Like, you could definitely tell that there has been some differences, like as you zoom in. And also, this editing style also reminds me a lot of the game Deadline, and that weapon editing style is probably one of the best. And yeah, no, this is like directly ripped off now that I think about it. But honestly, props to the dev teams for developing this really nicely. I really enjoy this. I'm just waiting for more weapons to be added so I can enjoy more and more stuff. So in the previous clip, I did accidentally open up the Armory, and the Armory is actually a completely different type of Armory. Normally, this Armory section would lead you directly to the main menu, but now it's this little pad that'll bring you back to the main menu. This, if you open it, actually gives you all these options. There's medical supplies, all these traditional ammunition, and grenades and glow sticks, which is pretty nice. I actually haven't tried to use this yet. I'll figure out what these are, but thing is, this adds a whole new level of logistics into the game. It requires a lot more teamwork and a lot more preparation before you actually raid compounds. For example, if you want to transport them, it's actually pretty interesting, because let's say I want to spawn in a vehicle, right? Let's say this one, this Humvee, right? This thing actually has a trunk that allows you to store your magazines, and it also makes you think a little bit more and gives more value to each and every round, essentially. Because if you, like, let's say let's waste a magazine, right? You're permanently losing that until you find a way to get back that magazine back again. Normally you could just resupply it, but now once you're there, let's say in Gen 3, once you're out of ammo, oh, just switch to your pistol, right? But let's say you're out of ammo now, you could actually open up your trunk and allow you to resupply real quick. But thing is, you're also very limited on your supply, so it also kind of makes you think a little bit more. So one thing I do like to point out here as I move on to this next section is also the night vision. White phosphorus, yay. But going back to the original topic, the new mechanics for raiding areas is now much better, and it's a lot more easier on the player, despite the drastic change of the strategy needed to raid an area. It's definitely gotten harder because of the AI being a lot more difficult. As you can see, the AI actually now form more of like formations, and they also have like ungodly aim. And as you can see here, if I go into this person, you see that I feel like I'm getting detected here, right? So I have to obviously person down. This detection method makes it easier for players to prevent, I guess, accidental triggers of the alarm, which would lose their stealth bonus, which is actually an extra $5-10, but over time that increases. As you can see, that actually now isn't. Whoa. Yeah, but it makes it easier to spot actual enemies, especially in areas where, again, it might be dark, it might be cluttered, it might be very urbanized. But with this new detection system, it makes it easier for players to spot where enemies are and actually get rid of them. And I definitely like this. It gives players more options for stealthing. It makes stealthing a lot easier in the first place. Because stealthing, again, there's advantages for stealthing. There's obviously the more money boost. There's also the feeling of rewardness when you, again, stealth an entire area. But really, it just makes the game a lot easier to play, and it gives more options of what type of strategies or methods players want to use when raiding areas. Going on to the negative side, the cons, and the things I don't personally like, it is the fact that this game has now driven more of solo players away. Now, what does this mean? So sometimes I don't have friends available to play all the time. Much like many of us who actually have friends, not all of our friends are available every waking day of the day, every possible minute of the day. So sometimes we have to play alone by ourselves. Thing is, this game has gotten really difficult to the point where it's become like anti-solo almost. Not necessarily anti-solo, but it makes soloing a lot harder. And why is that? Well, because obviously the new AI is a lot smarter with better formations, and obviously a lot smarter, better formations, and again better aim. Actually, they could snipe me across the entire this entire village, and they won't. And I don't even know where this shot came from. That was a little too close, but essentially, if you don't have any like friends or anyone to help you raid an area, it's a lot harder, because once you get detected, the number of enemy forces actually increases like by at least 10 or 20 due to the new reinforcement feature, which once the stealthing Kozaslova area changes to raiding Kozaslova, the off-4 count increases, and actually increases wave by wave, all the longer you don't fully secure it. And if you do if you're stealthing it alone, it's easier, but once you trigger it, you're on your own. You have no support, you have no one to heal, you have literally no one, so you're cooked. You're essentially just left there to die. And that makes the game playing alone a lot harder, because back then you were able to just solo bases however the hell you like. There was like this one method that my good friend Foxer had made, where on the old mountain base, you would just land on the lower helipad, and just all enemies just rush down, and you just machine gun them down. That was fun, especially for someone who doesn't have friends who are online 24/7 and busy with something, because I don't fucking know at this point. But with as someone who just doesn't have friends that are online 24/7, or just doesn't know this game exists in the first place, I feel like soloing this and having the ability to complete this entire area on my own makes it a lot more rewarding, and feels like I don't need to have friends to play this game. Obviously, before Gen 4 Operation Phoenix, there's still elements of cooperation needed, but on your own you can still raid places. But now cooperation and coordination is key. Without it, you are cooked. You cannot do anything once the alarm has been triggered. If you're alone and completely soloing this, you're guaranteed to die. And that's the thing I don't like. I want to be able to play this game alone during times when not all my friends are available, or not knowing this game exists, and also it makes the game hard to teach to a new player as well, because if they want to play alone, well, they kind of can't, because well, this game is so hard playing alone that they always have to wait for someone else to play, and maybe that other person might not be available. And some parts of these AI mechanics have gotten so well that it's made it really hard to sneak around and evade when the alarm has been triggered. While I was in Kozaslova, I had my night vision on, right? So I actually turn on my night vision. So it's pretty bright in the sky. But let's say I was just strolling around in some darker area, right? I would not be able to tell this is daytime. There's been so many instances where the night vision, I had it on for a very long time. I have no idea if it was daytime or nighttime. If you had night vision on in Gen 3 on during the daytime, it will flashbang you. It will make you blind. But now it's meh. Especially these darker areas. These darker areas are for your general enemy outbase, enemy post, let's say, enemy control area. This is what your average enemy area looks like. You would have no goddamn idea that this would be daytime. unless you look straight in the sky. And it's kind of hard to tell as well a little bit on the sky, because there's obviously these dark patches that make up nearly half the sky. So it's really hard to tell with night vision when is day, when is night, and I feel like that should definitely be fixed as in upcoming updates, because this is getting really frustrating and really annoying. So yeah, please fix. I'm begging you. Alright, so I built this very basic loadout, heavily inspired by Ukrainian troops fighting in the Korean War. Now, thing is, I was kind of sad to see the little amount of options we have for player customization. This is all the vests we have. We had about at least 8 different vests. I can't really remember, but I remember we had at least 8 different vests. We are down to 3. And that kind of made me sad, because I want more things available for my character. Essentially, I want more customizability. I do like the fact that I'm able to separate my pants with my shirt, but which creates like very unique styles. But I just want more options for them. I want them to bring back a lot of the older, like the more Game Pass, more expensive-esque. These are more Russians, and also I like to bring back all the filters for the different nations as well. That'll be very nice. But the limited choice of what I have makes me really sad, because I remember we had so much customizability. That made BRM5 stand out from any other game. The customizability was very, very good. Now, this also brings me to my firearm selection here. They don't have much customizability for your rifles, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll pull up, let's say, like a rifle with, let's say, let's see which one of you guys have a lot of rails on. Like, let's say the RF, right? Now usually, okay, so the barrel would obviously, there's obviously the heavy for 14.5 inch, but there's up to a 16.5 inch, and that was actually meant for PvP. And these are the only flash hider accessories. There's no war pig. It's only limited to this. And foregrips are actually, there's actually a pretty good selection, I'll be honest with you. But stuff like optics are the ones that kind of make me sad. Like, obviously I'm really happy they added magnifiers like this G33, and that works well with a lot of the red dot optics, but they got rid of a lot of things that I usually run. And especially the one thing I really wanted to see was the C79 LCAT, I believe it was called, because it'll be perfect for some type of Canadian loadout with the C782, because again, this is the C79 is used by standard Canadian troops as their standard issue optic, much like how in the US we use the ACOG as our standard issue optic. Now, I definitely wish they added more items. I know this is definitely going to be fixed over the next few updates. They're going to definitely add more items, but I'm just hoping that, you know, they bring back all the older and the more longer lasting items and attachments into the game, customization stuff, and the overall just more customizability for each individual character. So, what do I think about Gen 4 or Operation Phoenix so far? Honestly, I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty happy at what Gunnar, Platinum 5, and Gunnar and his team have given out. It's really, despite its buggy mess and issues, it's still pretty impressive they were able to pull this off on Roblox. Out of anywhere else, they chose Roblox to do this. And as poor as Roblox servers, they managed to make this work. I was able to go from joining a random server to completing bunker raid, with no connectivity issues. Lag, definitely. Lag is something that, again, that's on Roblox's end, alright? Lag is on Roblox's end. So, that's not Gennar's fault, okay? That's not Gennar's fault. It's like that freaking, the naked incident, where all the shirts and the shirts and the pants fell to low. That was traumatizing as hell, but that's not really Gennar's fault or his team's either. And honestly, for what they have brought up, especially for years worth of development, I I approve of it. I definitely approve of it. Only thing I would definitely change is, again, making the game a little bit more solo friendly. This bullshit, this, and then more again, more customization, which obviously will be added later on. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with the product. Like, you see, again, this new this like Tarkov style menu looks incredibly nice, very clean as well. And also, I forgot to mention, there's voice chat now in game, and they actually add like this like distorted like radio overlay. I would love to use it, but Roblox keeps flagging me for some reason, and I don't know why. So I wouldn't really recommend it just yet until Roblox fixes their. This is not Gennar's fault. Again, this is not. This is all on Roblox. Roblox moderation sucks. They could. I'm gonna. I hate them so much, but honestly, Gennar. Who's on the moderation list? Wait, give me a second. Let's see. So obviously Gennar, 15 Taylor, Gravity, Loggar, Panzer. Oh guys, you guys did an amazing job. I'm very happy with what you guys put out, and yeah, keep up the good work. Honestly, I hope to see this game thrive even further as more updates come out, and hopefully more and more players join the game, especially with this new look and the addition of mobile support. So yeah.